Hello everyone. In the subject syntax and grammar, today we will discuss the adverb phrase. In my previous lecture, I discussed in detail adjective phrase, the structures and functions of adjective phrase. In this lecture, we will discuss what is an adverb phrase and how do we structure an adverb phrase and what are the functions of adverb phrase. Let's begin our today's lecture. The structure of the adverb phrase. The main verb in an adverb phrase is an adverb. So there may be other words also, which may be pre-modifier, post-modifier, determiners. Okay? But we are not concerned with them. We are concerned with the main word. So the man or the head word in an adverb phrase would be an adverb. The structure of a typical adverb phrase is similar to that of the typical adjective phrase except for the class of the main word, right? So here we had, in the previous lecture, I told that here we have in adjective phrase adjective. But in adverb phrase here we have adverb. Only the class changes. And here we have pre-modifier and post-modifier. So pre-modifier and post-modifiers are optional, or they may be absent. What is the most important or head word in an adverb phrase? That is an adverb, right? For example, if we say that very quickly. So very quickly is an adverb phrase. Quickly is also adverb and very is also adverb. But very is considered as a pre-modifier. So even if very is absent and only quickly is there, still we call it an adverb phrase. Here are some examples of possible structures of adverb phrases. For example, the structure can be only just an adverb, like we say surprisingly. So surprisingly is only one word and it is an adverb. It is called adverb phrase. Or it may consist of pre-modifier plus adverb. For example, very surprisingly. So very is also adverb and surprisingly is also adverb, but very is used here as a pre-modifier, right? And we say that very surprisingly. Similarly, that adverb plus post-modifier. We can have adverb surprisingly for her. And for her would be a post-modifier, right? Even if the post-modifier is absent, still it is adverb phrase. If the pre-modifier is absent, still it is an adverb phrase. So pre-modifier plus adverb plus post-modifier. We can have like pre-modifier plus post-modifier and adverb. Like here we have very surprisingly indeed. Indeed is here, right? It is a typical mistake. It can be here, right? Typo mistake. Not a typical but typo mistake. So we say that very surprisingly. So what is the man or the head word? That is surprisingly. Even if very and indeed are absent, still we call it an adverb phrase. Here we will discuss the functions of adverb phrases. Adverb have two main functions, but particular adverb may have only one of these. Basically, adverb have two functions, but particularly an adverb have only one of them. For example, modifier of an adjective or an adverb in a phrase structure. That is the first function of an adverb. It is used what? Modifier of an adjective, right? It is used as a modifier of an adjective or an adverb in a phrase structure. Or second would be that adverbial in a sentence structure. So one of them would be used as a function here, right? It is two function, okay? But particular adverb may have only one function, not both of them. Here are some examples of adverbs as modifiers. For example, modifier of an adjective. We say the description was remarkably accurate. So what is remarkably here? That is an adverb. And accurate is an adjective. So here that remarkably is an adverb phrase and it is used as a modifier of an adjective accurate, right? Modifier of an adverb. The new drug was hailed somewhat prematurely as the penicillin of the 1990s. You can see that here we can use adverb phrase as a modifier of an adverb. So prematurely is an adverb and somewhat is also adverb. So somewhat is used as an adverb phrase and it modifies what? Prematurely, which is also an adverb. So modifier of an adjective and modifier of an adverb. Here it modifies adverb prematurely and here it modifies adjective accurate, right? Semantically, most of the modifiers are intensifiers. So they intensify the meaning of adjective or adverb. Or in other words, they express degree of an adjective or adverb. They express the degree to which the meaning of an adjective or adverb applies on an assumed scale. The most common intensifier is vary. Adverbs are commonly used as an adverbial in a sentence structure. So we also use adverbs as an adverbial in a sentence structures. And even if you remove those adverbial, still the sentence would give us a sense, right? So here it is the another function of adverb phrase. So for example, that fortunately American automobile manufacturers are now concentrating on improvements in economy and safety. You can see here that fortunately, it is an adverbial. As we discussed here that adverbs are commonly used as an adverbial in a sentence, right? So fortunately is an adverbial and now is also adverbial. Even if you remove fortunately and now, still the sentence will give us a sense, like American automobile manufacturers are concentrating on improvements in economy and safety, even without this now and fortunately. Fine. Second, certainly we should be grateful for the ways in which he inadvertently challenged our belief deeply and seriously. You can remove deeply, seriously, inadvertently, and certainly, which are adverbials. We can say we should be grateful for the ways in which he challenged our belief, right? So deeply, seriously, and certainly, and inadvertently, these all are adverbials. They use as adverb in this sentence. Many adverbs can function both as modifier and as adverbial. For example, the intensifier entirely is a modifier of an adjective and adverbial also into. We can see that Michael's amendment is entirely acceptable. So here entirely is used what? As a modifier also of an adjective and adverbial also. So entirely is an adverb phrase. It is used as a modifier of acceptable and it is also used as an adverbial. You can see though. So then we have one of the function as we discuss here that we will take some time one of its function, not both. You can see here we talk that modifier of an adjective or adverb in a verb structure, phrase structure and adverbial in a sentence structure. And here we said adverbs have two main functions, but particular adverb may have only one of them. So one function will be taken here as an adverbial or as a modifier. So Michael's amendment is entirely acceptable. You can see that here it is used as a modifier also and as an adverbial also. You can say Michael's amendment is acceptable, or you can say that Michael's amendment is entirely acceptable. If it is used as a pre-modifier, then it is an adverbial phrase. And if you take it as an adverbial, then it is not an adverb phrase. Then it is only an adverbial. You can remove it. So entirely agrees with you. I entirely agrees with you. You can say I agree with you. And I entirely agree with you. Right? So agree is a verb here. And entirely is used here as a modifier. So entirely modify what? Agree verb. And we can also use entirely as an adverbial. So thank you so much. It was all about adverb, the structures of adverb, and what are the main functions of adverb phrase. Please don't forget to provide your valuable comment. Thank you so much.